Oh, what is this? Oh. Well, would you look at that? Passport opens very soon. I better get a good position. I wonder, is there any spots at the front? Oh, this is perfect. I'm gonna go crazy on this bus.
Come on, man, what the fuck is you doing, cuz?
The most common mistake that everybody makes is to think that you should port close to one object on the map. But in reality, the first thing that should come to mind when you're porting is to not take extra space or more than one spot for teleporting a city. For example, the most obvious place where you are teleporting correctly would be like here, Besir. He teleported here. He's touching pretty much the pass section that stops you from teleporting and the corner. That means he's touching almost two places that cannot teleport. Like, this is a perfect example of how not to teleport. It might seem like it's a good place to teleport there. You are touching a fort, a city, and the corner. But that fort is gonna be gone, and this guy is taking a noodle here. He's taking two spots. He's taking this spot and that spot. This is the kind of thing that you want to check before you teleport. You should have asked someone to or rally this fort and take it down, or you should have just ported looking at this. A little trick that I like to do is put my finger on the screen on the corner of the red circle, and I know that's the corner where another city is gonna fit. Then you just move your city. I'm gonna show you where my finger was because I have it on the screen right here, and I know I can port there. In that order of things, when you start doing these kind of mistakes, what is happening is, look, we're starting to lose one spot, two spots. MF here is not even close to the fort. He's covering this spot as well. Probably this spot, and this guy should have been further. For example, I ported this city here as well before anything, and the idea with this was I want to be as close to the flag but leaving exactly a spot for a city here, which they took after. I did the same thing with the finger. I put the city where I was gonna port, I put my finger on the screen and I moved this as close as I could to the flag, and then I put it. This node wasn't there, that's just lucky. A very important tip when teleporting is to be considerate of your fighting power. What do I mean by fighting power? I don't mean your power in your raw power. I mean what you consider to be your capability to make a difference on the field or in different fights, reinforcing flags depending on the fight. So you need to be mindful of the impact that it's gonna make the position that you take on the field. And for this, I have created my very own categories of kind of players when it comes to a war. Category number 1. This category is exclusive to garrison leaders and rally leaders. No one else should be put in there. It's very important for this kind of player to be in the front line, be the first one in the line, regardless of the power, because reducing the time of their march to get on a flag, on a pass, on whatever objective you're protecting can drastically change the effectiveness of your kingdom in a fighting situation. Moreover, with a rally leader, just the walking distance can change the timing of a double rally or a single rally, making an entire difference on the result of a fight. Category number 2 is where the warriors come, the field fighters, the heaviest, the big spenders that are gonna wreck the field and make a big impact on the field. You need these people to be as close as possible as well. Why is that? Well, because Again, reducing the marching time will increase the impact that these players can have over the battlefield. Third category. This category is where I will place my city. This category means that I might not be a rally leader, I might not be a garrison leader, I'm not gonna take a first spot, I might not be a top gun on the kingdom, but I do consider that my gears can have a higher impact than the average player in the kingdom. And this doesn't mean there is only 3 lines. This is why I mean by being mindful. You need to know your kingdom, you need to know the players. So when you look at the positioning, for example here, there is not much space. This might look like I can put here for a third line. 1, 2, 3, maybe here. But let's be realistic, there is barely any space here. If you ask me, this entire space is gonna be the first rank of player, garrison leaders and rally leaders, and the rest is gonna go to the biggest guns. I'm not gonna put there, so I will probably consider putting somewhere in the back. I might start looking at spots like this, which is a really good spot if you're gonna be on a third line. Now, if you're a very small player in your kingdom, that doesn't mean that you're not gonna have an impact, but you want to win the fight. You want to let these guys take the spots first. Then you can be thinking about taking other spots around here. And if you can be mindful about those as well, that is amazing. That's gonna make a big difference in your kingdom. You can always city jump when you are reinforcing. There is no problem there, you're gonna make it on time. But I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to be mindful of the impact that it's gonna have on a fight where you place your city. Anyway guys, that will be all for this guide. I hope you find it helpful, and trust me, this can be a game changer.